should companies be looking for this to fill a certain gap in their strategy or their go-to-market type of plan, or should this person be kind of wearing multiple hats under that role?
Yeah, so I would never hire a fractional CMO to do multiple hats, like execution aspect. Like that's not the way to use a
Okay,
fractional
that's
CMO,
helpful. Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars an hour on this resource,
Yeah.
right? Fractional CMOs are not cheap. They
Yeah.
could be anywhere from, the lower end. If someone's new, they'll probably charge like 175, 200 an hour, right? And then it go up to like $500 an hour. So if you're having them do copywriting work for you, that's a very expensive copywriter.
Yeah.
What you want to be using fractional CMOs for is basically come up with a strategy, manage the team, find you the resources, make sure people are doing the right things.
Yeah.
And usually within like 6 to 9 months, you want to hire a marketing director underneath the fractional CMO to do a lot of that management stuff too, right? Like you'll pull them more and more into strategy, and you might even need less of their time.
Yeah.
So that's typically how I think about it, is let them hire the people, the resources that are frankly cheaper to run the different aspects. So if you're going to be doing Google ads or Facebook ads or SEO, get them to hire the agencies to do that. Because now you have the knowledge on the inside to be able to vet those guys better to make sure you have solid partners. That's the other thing people don't think about, is like fractional CMOs will typically come with their own networks, right? People they've used before. So if you have someone seasoned, they're like, yep, I've used this guy for Google ads for like 4 other companies. I know they're good. Yeah. That's why my service works, is because I have people that I've used with these different providers, and I can be like, I know this guy's good in this space because I've used them before. Yeah. Right. So that's another value fractional CMOs bring.
That's great. That's what I anticipated hearing. And I'm glad I heard that, because what I've seen is companies really trying to do both things. And it's almost like you got to pick one, and they need to be fulfilling kind of one specific thing. When it gets to cost, or, how much to spend on a fractional CMO, is there one way that they should look at this person coming into their team and it being part of their overhead, or should they be looking at this as a value ROI type of purchase, or relationship? Is it an hourly rate that they're looking for a proposal, or are there other ways to charge? How do you frame out cost?
There's so many different ways, and it really depends on the business. But if you're bringing a fractional CMO in, typically on average, it's going to cost you 8 to 10 grand a month, right? But fractional CMO services can range anywhere from 5 to 15 grand. And there's some that are even higher. There's some businesses that have multiple fractional CMOs underneath one organization. And so therefore there's more margin, more overhead. And so those retainers can go into the $20,000 range. So that's just like some of the concepts of thinking in terms of the money aspect. I think initially when you're bringing a fractional CMO in, you have to think of it like you're bringing in an employee, not in terms of ROI. The ROI comes down the road as you get more marketing initiatives running, you're getting the machine working. Like ultimately you're looking like, is this marketing operation running better now that they're here? And are we doing more things that are actually potentially going to produce great results, right? Like SEO will take time. You can run Google and Facebook ads and hopefully get a return or some sort of insights in the first 3, 4, 5 months. Yeah. But are they doing the right things, right? You'll get a good sense of that. So you're bringing them so that as a founder or as a CEO, you can offload all that marketing mindset onto someone and making it their problem. So you can focus on the other aspects of your business. And ultimately for you to scale as a business, if you want to start getting past the $10 million mark and growing, you have to outsource HR, operations, marketing, all that stuff so that you can focus on strategy in the business. And that's what a fractional CMO does.